Across Nigeria today, one conversation keeps returning to the surface: the cost of living. Families feel it at the market, businesses feel it in operating costs, workers feel it in their monthly budgets. Prices rise, incomes struggle to keep pace, and frustration grows. But in the middle of that conversation, another question quietly emerges. If life is more expensive for citizens, why does government also seem to be becoming more expensive? Well, good evening and welcome to Make It Make Sense, where we take the stories shaping Nigeria and strip away the noise. No bias, no propaganda, just sense. My name is Femi Akitune Johnson. Some of you call me Faj. And tonight we are examining a question many Nigerians are beginning to ask more openly. Yes. Why does governance in our country appear so expensive while public services still struggle to meet expectations? Because every year, government budgets grow larger. Announcements are made about major projects, reforms and development programs, all sorts. Yet, many citizens still feel that the basic services of government remain frustratingly limited. So tonight, we step back from the headlines and ask a simple but important question. What exactly does it cost? What exactly does it cost? Yes. Yes, what exactly does it cost to run a government and why structure must be built and maintained? Schools, hospitals, security institutions all require funding. Yes, these are normal responsibilities of any modern state. But in Nigeria, public frustration often grows when citizens compare the size of government spending with the quality of services they experience daily. Many people hear about trillions of naira in national budgets, yet roads remain incomplete, power supply remains inconsistent. Public institutions often struggle to deliver efficiently, and that gap between spending and visible results raises legitimate questions. Now, here is the part that many people do not always see. Part of the answer lies in the structure of government itself. Nigeria operates a large federal system. Power and responsibilities are shared across three tiers: the federal government, state governments, and local governments. Each level has its own administrative structure, each has its own bureaucracy, each has its own political leadership and operational costs. So maintaining these layers requires substantial financial resources. But beyond structural costs, there are also broader issues that affect how public funds are used. Administrative overheads, inefficiencies in project implementation, and sometimes the simple reality that governance systems evolve more slowly than the needs of the people or the citizens they serve. But let us separate perception from reality. It is easy to assume that every problem in governance is purely about corruption or waste. While some of those concerns certainly exist, the full picture is often more complex. Some government programs fail because policies are poorly designed. Others stall because implementation structures are weak. In some cases, projects begin with strong intentions but become trapped in bureaucratic delays. And occasionally, political priorities shift before programs are completed. The result is a system where large amounts of money may be allocated, but the outcomes citizens experience remain uneven. So understanding that complexity does not remove the need for accountability. Yes, but it does remind us that governance challenges often involve systems, not just individuals. So, what should citizens take from this? Hmm. For democracy to function well, citizens must be able to ask clear questions about how public resources are used. Budgets should not simply be numbers announced during official ceremonies. They should represent real commitments to improving the lives of citizens. Transparency matters, efficiency matters, and perhaps most importantly, public trust matters. Because when citizens feel that government spending is disconnected from real outcomes, confidence in public institutions begins to weaken. And in the end, this is what it all comes down to. Running a nation is never simple. Large societies require complex systems of governance, but complexity should never become an excuse for confusion. Citizens must have a right to understand, or they have a right to understand how public resources are used and what those resources are meant to achieve. When those connections become clearer, democracy becomes stronger. And when citizens are better informed, public accountability becomes more meaningful. So I say, as usual, clarity is power. Let us seek it. Let us protect it. And let us make it make sense. Have a good night.